Rise and shine, my beautiful divine diamonds, and welcome. Today we are going to be talking about the love language of quality time. And while you're here, my name is Claire. This channel is dedicated to helping you find success, happiness, get yourselves out of a rut, and level up your lives. So, with the 5 love language, we are going over all of them so that whichever love language you have or a specific person in your life has, you will be able to identify and connect better with the specific person that you are trying to attract. And that can be romantic, that could be a friend, that could be a family member, but either way, it's a great way to connect and be able to give and receive love in a better way. So, let's go ahead and talk about the quality time love language. And I have written notes and researched each one of the love languages. So, let's go ahead. How are we going to determine if our love language is quality time? So, there's multiple ways to tell. Number one is if you enjoy one-on-one time with the people that you're close to. So you might be more prone to wanting a little bubble of time and attention with the person of your admiration or the person that you are interested in rather than group activities. That can be a really great way to tell that quality time is one of your love languages. And also, you guys, go ahead and like this video and subscribe if you have not yet, and share if you enjoy because it really helps raise awareness of our channel. So the next way that you can tell if the love language of quality time is your love language is that you feel most loved and appreciated when your specific person gives you attention. So you might actually be able to tell based on what you appreciate the most out of others, okay? That helps you figure out what your own love language is. So if you feel most loved and appreciated when you're getting attention and focused from your specific person, then that's another sign that that could be your love language. And what is the next way? So this is one of your own habits, is that you prioritize other people and you prioritize giving them time and attention in a focused way. Okay, so you're all about spending quality time, focusing on the other person, giving them attention, asking them questions, etc., and you feel that that is a very important way to share love. Then we have, okay, so this is kind of not a negative, but it's a way to tell when you aren't feeling loved, and that is you feel empty and you feel maybe sad or upset when you're around someone and they might be physically close to you, but they're not interacting with you. So you feel like you're not getting what you need when they're just sitting there, maybe doing something else, and you're feeling like left out or you're feeling neglected because you're not getting quality time. Sitting around next to you but not interacting and not giving you attention is actually not quality time. And then you enjoy doing fun activities or having fun experiences with your specific person. So you actually crave these experiences. You might be spontaneous. You might want to share different places or different activities with them because this is quality time, okay? The act of doing something with someone and really having fun with them and sharing the experience is quality time. So if you find yourself drawn to going and doing things, you know, going seeing a movie or going bowling or going on an adventure or a hike, and you want to involve a specific person, that could be a sign that quality time is one of your love languages. And then how to tell if this love language is your love language again is that, what is it? I think that's all of them. So now let's go ahead and let's talk about how you can interact with someone who has that love language of quality time, even if you might not have this love language yourself, okay? So just so you guys know, you can practice, you can get better, you can actually make yourself interact with different people who have different love languages by practicing these tips. Okay, so what you should do for someone who has this love language to make them connect to you and to potentially make them fall in love with you if it is a romantic person. So, number one, turn off the technology when you're around your specific person, okay? Unless you guys are actively doing something that involves technology together, like watching a movie together and you're both laughing, or you're both like in the movie, like suspensefully watching it, turn it off, okay? You don't want to be on your phone, you don't want to be watching TV while your specific person is over there craving your attention and feeling neglected, because in their eyes, you're actually giving love and attention to your technology rather than to them. So they're going to take that negatively. So make sure you keep those phones away and keep the TV off so that they can get the attention that they need to feel loved from you. Number two is you want to make eye contact with your specific person as much as possible when you are with them, okay? So eye contact is a great way for them to feel like they are getting quality time, okay? So if you are distracted, or if you're looking away, or if you're not really engaged with them, they are going to feel neglected and they are going to feel like you're not actually giving them quality time. So eye contact is super important. And number three, make an effort to enjoy a meaningful conversation with them, okay? So part of quality time is having a conversation and really getting to know them, or getting to understand them, or learn about them, or ask them questions, or even just have them talk to you, okay? And that goes hand in hand with the eye contact. You guys are having a meaningful conversation or a meaningful thing going on just between the two of you. Okay, the next way to connect with someone who has this love language is to plan an activity where you guys will have one-on-one time together. So you guys can be doing anything. You guys can go rock climbing, you guys can go for a hike, you guys can go for a walk, you guys can play a board game, whatever it is, as long as you and the specific person that you're with are going to be interacting and you are going to be either a team or just kind of feeling like you are close and spending quality time and attention on each other. So when you are doing an activity, you want to make sure that the activity involves them in a meaningful way so that they are feeling like the focus of your attention is still on them even though you're doing something together, okay? So that's super important. And then you can also make a meal, do a project together, do something in the house, just hang out, as long as you are giving them a one-on-one focus. And then another way to really connect with them is to listen to them and connect to them emotionally, okay? So you really want to ask them about themselves, or get them to talk to you, or if they're having issues in their day, if they need to vent, if they need to talk, you are there to listen. You are there to provide them open ears and understanding and empathy and kindness, okay? So you're going to help them rise above their issues, and they're going to feel very loved when you are an open sounding board just to listen. You don't even have to give them advice. You don't have to tell them what you think. They don't need to hear that unless they are actively seeking your advice, okay? So, what to avoid? This is going to be really, really helpful, especially for me, because I don't think I'm a quality time person, and I have definitely done a few mistakes around people who have this love language, and I see it now. So take this to heart. What you should avoid when you're around your specific person who has the love language of quality time is you want to avoid any distractions or doing things that are keeping your focus away from them, okay? So if if your specific person is like next to you and you're over here reading or working on a YouTube video or writing in your journal, that would be me, or on your phone doing something and you're not actually interacting with your specific person, then it doesn't matter if you're next to them. It doesn't matter if you're like physically close to them. They're going to feel neglected, and that's something that I didn't realize. Hello, Claudio, welcome. So great to see you. Thanks for being here. That's something that I didn't realize in a lot of my relationships, is I would just kind of do my own thing and kind of be really in my own world and focused on my own tasks. And I thought that just because I'm there, just because I'm next to them, that I was giving them attention, but that is not true at all. So avoid distractions when you are with your specific person. The next thing to avoid is you want to avoid, I already mentioned this before, but you want to avoid being on technology. So avoid getting on your phone, or avoid talking to, like, texting people or doing things that don't involve your specific person, that are involving other people, okay? Because that's going to make them feel left out, and that's going to make them feel like you care about other people more than them. Now, I'm not saying that you have to always give them attention and neglect everyone else. Like, there is a healthy balance, but especially if you are newly hanging out with them, you do want to make sure you're giving them quality time when you have the time together, okay? This is crucial time to establish a relationship and trust. And then the third thing that you should definitely avoid, hello Amy, the dog that I'm sitting is running around, so if you see her in the background, it's all good. You want to avoid always doing group activities, okay? So with quality time, you might feel like, oh, it's quality time if we go to a party, or if we go to a get-together, or if we go to a bonfire together, or whatever. But a lot of times your specific person is really craving one-on-one time, and if you're with a group and you're giving your attention out to a bunch of different people, they're going to feel like they're not getting the attention, they're not getting the quality time. And so you want to make sure, especially early on and throughout your relationship, that you always give them one-on-one time. Now that's, again, not to say that you can't go do group activities, but you want to make sure that you fill their love tank and make sure that you've given them their one-on-one time so that they feel loved. And then you can go out and continue doing things with other people. Yeah, I don't know why the little sign, I don't know the viewer sign and why it says that, but it is what it is. And so yeah, my key elements here for you guys, Amy's over there. My name is Claire, and the key points here for you guys to take away with is that you want to give active focus to your specific person. So actively focusing your time, your attention, whatever you're doing on them, that's going to make them feel loved. You want to connect to them emotionally. You want to connect to them in conversation and whatever you're doing. And then you also want to make the moment count. So be deliberate about the time you're spending together and make sure that you're making the time count. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you and your compliments. And yeah, live in the moment with them. Make sure that whatever you're doing, you're focusing on them and you're giving them one-on-one time, enough one-on-one time to make them feel loved and appreciated. And that's basically it for this love language, unless you guys have anything else you'd like to add. While you're here, go ahead and like this video. It really does help me out and spread awareness of our channel. And then also, thank you so much, Panay. I'm so grateful to have you here. Yeah, also check out my links below. I have coaching services, merchandise, shirts, apparel, etc. And you guys can check that out. We can work together one-on-one, especially if that is your love language. Just joking. But it would be a great way to interact, help you with your issues if you have them, etc. And I will see you guys in my next video, and remember, you are so powerful. Bye guys!